Yes guys, and welcome back to a brand new video guys, and in today's video guys we are going to be talking about Manchester United's last game that we went and played, West Ham guys, away from home. It was at the London Stadium. Anyway guys, let's get straight into today's video. So we made two changes for our last game against Newcastle, talking about the starting 11. So we started with De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Pogba and Ronaldo. Get into the overall reaction now. Yes, get in. Lingard returns to haunt West Ham. Lingard Stunner and De Gea saves injury time penalty. That was a massive 3 points. What a win, what a result. Dave saves. Never doubt De Gea. There was too many misplaced passes. Second balls and 50-50s let us down in the midfield. The referee was a joke. Ronaldo should have had 2 penalties. The referee's decisions were baffling. Individual brilliance helped us. We know we can perform better. It was a tough game. We got there in the end. It was an entertaining game. It was both-sided in the first half. Both teams had chances. West Ham's goal was lucky. Very good reaction from the players after going 1-0 down. United fought right to the end. I thought we controlled the game. It was a well-deserved win. First half was good. Second half, okay. Overall, a very good performance. Anyway guys, let's just get straight into today's video. What did I make of the performance? I thought it was a very good performance by the players. I think it's one of them because I thought in the first half we were good, but in the second half we sort of just dropped off. So I can't really say it was a great performance all round. Obviously it's a brilliant win. Coming into this game we knew it was going to be tough against West Ham, and obviously West Ham, one of those teams that are very physical. They push you around, they put you under pressure, so you've got to be ready for that pressure as well. I thought it was a very good performance by the players all round. Tough. It was a hard fought game as well. We had to fight to the end as well. I thought it was a very good performance in the end. 2 goals, 2 very good goals as well that got us the goals as well. Ronaldo and Lingard as well. Lingard coming back to haunt West Ham. At the end of the day I thought it was a very good performance. What a win, what a result for us. I think too many times in the game as the game was going on, just too many misplaced passes. I think you look at players like Fred, who are infuriating and frustrating to watch. There's too many misplaced passes, just doing the basics as well. It was very frustrating as well. The second balls and the 50-50s and the duels just really let us down in the midfield, which we just couldn't get to grips of. That's why we knew that West Ham were going to be really good at as well. It was one of those sort of games whenever we had possession of the ball, you had to use the ball well, and it was all about the right decision making, and it was all about the game management as well towards the end of the game as well. We knew it was going to be a tough game against West Ham. It's always a very tough game against West Ham because they've got fantastic players and they've got some quality players on the pitch there as well. And obviously there was no Mikel Antonio for this one as well, so which really helped us as well. Very good performance all round. I thought the referee was a joke. I thought we should have got given 2 penalties at least. Never gave them. Made some baffling decisions. I think United want to hear Atkinson's decisions behind those penalties and why he never gave one to Ronaldo. Absolutely unbelievable. And they were both stonewall penalties, to be honest. I think all 3 of them were at the end of the day. I think the individual brilliance sort of helped us towards the end of the game as well. I think it was one of those performances where we walk away and say, we know we can perform better, and we can. And I think what really let us down was the midfield, and I don't know how we won that game, considering that their midfield was better than ours as well, even though sort of Pogba was coming back inside a little bit to help out and control the midfield, because Fred and McTominay were not doing it, and I think too many times Fred was just getting overpowered and overran. He's just too slow, Fred. I think Pogba had to sort of got drifted into the midfield a little bit as well, even though he's playing out as a left winger but also adds another midfielder as well. It was a tough game, but we got there in the end. Very good performance, very well deserved win. We get the 3 points, and obviously West Ham suffer their first loss of the season. Yeah, I mean, good things come to an end. West Ham, they know they're a very good team. I think they will have a very good season. I wish them the best of luck for the season. Obviously we've got them again on Wednesday night. Hopefully we can go and do the same thing on them as well. Brilliant performance, very good performance. 3 points and we stay undefeated. Get into the game now. First half I thought we came out. I thought we controlled that half really well, to be honest. I thought we were on the front foot, we played with energy. I don't think we had many at the beginning. We didn't have any chances, but we sort of, we grew into the game, and then we got on the front foot. I thought we were aggressive in times as well. We played with purpose, and then I think when we sort of grew into the game, we started creating chances and started to get the crosses in as well. And that's when, as soon as we got the crosses in, we looked more dangerous on the break as well. And I don't think they were rattled, but they were sort of panicking in certain times as well. because we were getting most of the corners as well. I thought the first 10-15 minutes we did fantastically well, and I think West Ham couldn't even get out of their own half for the first 10-15 minutes. We controlled and dominated the game in the first opening 15 minutes, but then I thought West Ham came back into the game. They had a few real good chances as well. Daya made some fantastic saves as well, and then I thought we had some really good chances as well. Fabianski made some good saves as well, and then I thought, yeah, okay, and then maybe we should have got a goal before them, and then obviously their goal was very lucky. They get their goal on a deflection off Varane, they go 1-0 up, and then it's all about the reaction from the players. How did they react? They reacted fantastically well. I thought we showed the team spirit, the character, and we fought right back, and we showed the fight, the passion, the pride to get back into the game, and fantastic reaction from the players, and we hit back, and we scored with 4 minutes after they scored theirs. So brilliant response, and then we get our goal 1-1. Ronaldo, 4 goals in 3 games, fantastic. What a start to his Premier League return. And then second half, I thought we'd come out. I think West Ham were the better team. They got on the front foot. They were dangerous. I thought they made us uncomfortable at times. But again, it was whenever we got possession, we had to use the ball well. We had to utilise the ball well. We had to keep passing and moving. I thought we'd sort of slowed down the tempo and the intensity a little bit. We didn't really pick it up in the second half, but I think when we brought on the substitutions, they made an impact coming off the bench. Some people would have thought the substitutions made us worse, but then I think when you're thinking, well, I think when people saw Lingard coming on, and I said this to my dad, and I said, if Lingard comes on and does something here, I'll be amazed, and the West Ham fans would have been gutted. And then obviously we pushed on, and then it was all about when we had that opportunity, when we have that chance, you've got to take it. And Matic with a brilliant ball forward to Lingard sets him up well, and Lingard scores a cracking goal for 2-1. And then after that, you're thinking, that's it, 3 points in the bag. And then with a dramatic couple of minutes to go, they get awarded a penalty. It was a definite penalty for me, and then obviously Mark Noble comes on and misses it, and David De Gea saves it, Dave saves it, and my keeper, fantastic. But I also think Ronaldo should have got given a couple of penalties as well in that game as well, which I thought we got hard done by as well, and I'll get into that as well. So yeah, I think we should have definitely got given 2 penalties from Ronaldo. I don't know how Atkinson doesn't give it, but the ref was a joke, absolute joke. And but yeah, we just did enough to win the game in the end, and it was a very well deserved win, and we deserved it. And pat on the back to Ollie. I thought the substitutions that he made were fantastic, bringing Pogba off as well. I think Pogba didn't have a great game, but you've got to give Ollie the applause where it's due, because he got criticised in the week for his substitutions, and he got it banged on in this game yesterday as well with his substitutions. So well done, Ollie, you did well there. What a win and what a result, and what a dramatic last couple of minutes. We knew it was going to be tough against West Ham. It looked like we were settling for a draw, but Lingard scored an absolute screamer to put United ahead. Then West Ham get a penalty, and David makes a fantastic save to steal all 3 points. I know, brilliant. I thought United panicked. It's one of those situations, 1-1, you're thinking probably going to drop 2 points here against a very good West Ham side, but then you're also thinking, well, we beat these this time last season at their place. We beat them 3-1 at their place last time, and to be honest, I think it was all about we had to keep believing, and we just had to keep pushing, and we just had to play with purpose. Had to just find that little bit of magic from somewhere, that little bit of energy from somewhere, just to give us that push as well to get us over the line, and we got that as well from Lingard. And then the dramatic couple of minutes to go, oh my god, I think as a United fan we were just absolutely furious because we give away a penalty. We knew it was going to be a penalty, the referee gives it, and then you're thinking, oh shit, and then you're thinking, well, someone's going to put this away and they're going to get their point that they deserve at the end of the day. And then obviously then Mark Noble comes on, and to be honest, David Moyes never learnt from the Euro final. And if you would have watched it, Sancho missed his penalty, Marcus Rashford missed his penalty, and Saka missed his penalty. But the thing is though, Saka was playing that game but missed his penalty, but the other two were not warmed up. And as soon as Mark Noble came on, we knew that he was not going to score his penalty because it wasn't warmed up and he was still cold. Moyes has got to take blame for that. He will definitely take stick for it. I think he'll be kicking himself, David Moyes, for that. Pretty much costed his team a point there, dropped 2 points through that as well. But at the end of the day, one team's always going to deserve the 3 points. And Dave makes a save, fantastic save, get us over the line, fantastic. What a way how United do it towards the end. It was a heart and a mouth situation. David De Gea, take a bow, son. I salute you, fantastic save. Gives us the 3 points and we stay undefeated for the season. But you also do think that if we hadn't have dropped 2 points against Southampton, we would be top of the table. Dramatic last couple of minutes. We got there in the end. We fought to the end. We gave it absolute everything to the end. We get the 3 points, massive 3 points in the bag. West Ham all felt they've got hard done by, but at the end of the day, a win is a win. We enjoy it and you move on. During the week, Lingard made a mistake against the young boys, and what a way to bounce back. He comes on off the bench and scores the winning goal. It's fantastic for Lingard because you have ups and downs in football. What a way to do it, what a way to bounce back, and what a way to just get your confidence back. I think he needed that as well, to be honest. It was against his old team, but he needed that, to be honest, against his old team, and obviously he didn't want to celebrate as well. He was really deflated and really disappointed that he gifted young boys the 3 points. And now that the mood's back up in the dressing room, now you're thinking, well, we've got the momentum back now. We needed to bounce back in this game, and what a way to bounce back after a disappointing game against young boys. And these sort of things, you've got to feel sorry for yourselves for a couple of minutes, and then you've got to move on because it's football. And then he comes off the bench and scores the winning goal for us. What a way to do it. He just needed that confidence, just needed to regain his confidence, get it back. The mood's fantastic now in the dressing room, and we move forward to the next game. Brilliant, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm happy for Lingard, happy for the boy, happy for Jesse, and he deserves a goal. He's been on fire the last couple of weeks, and he deserves it, and he's working hard as well, wants to be in the team as well, wants to fight for his place. I hope Lingard gets more involved in this United squad. He knows he can prove that he's a really good player and he has what it takes to be at the top level as well. I'm pleased for him, I'm happy for him after the mistake that he made in the week, and we've got the momentum now. And let's really push on now to the next game against West Ham in the week and then Villa on the weekend. Should Ronaldo been given a penalty or two? Yeah, definitely. I think the first one, Kufal had his leg stuck out, and that was definitely a penalty. I don't know how the referee does not give that. It's a blatant penalty. I don't know how it's not given. And then I think the second one, alright, yeah, people may say it might not have been a penalty, but I think all 3 of those penalties Ronaldo had should have been a penalty. And then Zuma does that one as well. At the end of the day, that was definitely a penalty. I just don't know what a penalty is nowadays. They definitely don't want to give us penalties this season, but it's just very disappointing. I just don't know what a penalty is nowadays myself. Very disappointing. I think Ronaldo should have got given all 3 penalties at the end of the day. We should have got given a penalty. The referee decided not to give a penalty. Don't know why. I want to know what was going through his mind. I want to know what he was thinking on the spot. But disappointing, frustrating, annoying. We move on from it. Got the win and we move on. Who is my man of the match? Oh my God, I'll tell you, there'll be a few here. David De Gea. I salute you, mate. De Gea could be in contention for man of the match. I think Wan-Bissaka had a great game. I think Varane had a great game as well. I think Maguire had a good game as well. Shaw had a good game as well. Fred, not a great game for me. McTominay coming back from injury. I thought he was okay, but I think he will get better when he's back match fit again. Greenwood, I think he was good. Greenwood, Bruno was very good as well. Pogba didn't play so great, and Ronaldo, just different gravy. I think this time I'm going to give it De Gea because of the penalty that was saved. I'm going to give it 2 here. I'm going to give it De Gea for the penalty that was saved with seconds to go, and Ronaldo for the goal as well. But really, I'm going to give this De Gea because fantastic towards the end. To pull that off right at the end, fantastic. How do we beat Aston Villa? Now, obviously coming into this game against Aston Villa, I think Villa really needed to win the last game against Everton. I think there was pressure on Dean Smith and they had to win that one against Everton because they were just hitting a bad run of form and they had to win the game. I think coming into this game now, I think Villa will I think depends on how they do midweek against Chelsea. I think if they lose it, I think they'll be low on confidence. I think they'll be thinking, well, we've got a chance to bounce back on the weekend and turn it around. And obviously, you know, they're going on a tough run of games now as well, so they'll be hopeful of coming into this game and getting a result. I think with Villa, I think for me their best formation is either the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3. But the way how they played in the last game, maybe the 5-4-2-1, I think, or whatever it is, I think that sort of got to the bottom of their problems. It just really depends on how they set out coming into this game as well. I think if they come with 3 at the back, they'll want to close down the 2 holding midfielders and frustrate them as well. I think they really make an impact on their set pieces. They've really improved on the set pieces and they were very dangerous against Everton last time around. I think a player that we have to look out for as well when he's on the break is Leon Bailey, very aggressive on the ball. But another thing that I've also noted down, and if they do go 4 at the back, they're not comfortable with 4 at the back. I think they just don't have the right balance. I just don't think they have the confidence in themselves. They can play with 4 at the back as well. I think we've got to watch out for Matty Cash's long throw as well. A lot of the time they expose the left side of their defence, which is Matt Target. And I think last time around we sort of exposed that side as well. And also we can also expose Matty Cash as well. I think whoever's playing on either side, if they've got pace, run at it at the end of the day. But also I think their defence is all over the place when they play 4 at the back as well. And I just don't think they have the desire to close down the midfielders, and they get a little bit sloppy and they get a little bit lazy as well, Villa as well. There are a couple of things that are written down, and I think we've got to be very aware of what they're going to play for here as well and what they're going to come into. But I think what we've got to do is we've got to make sure we make the runs in from behind. I think that's one of their weaknesses, and I think we're going to make the runs in from behind. We've got to get in between the lines. I think they don't deal with that well as well. We must defend properly as a team. I think Shaw and Wan-Bissaka must protect the flanks because they really come forward on the flanks and they really try and be aggressive on the flanks as well. So they've got to do a job on the flanks as well themselves. Our defending needs to be organised as well. We don't want to give Leon Bailey time and space on the ball because, like what happened against Everton, Everton's defence was just too open. We can't afford to make that same mistake as well ourselves. Sure, Wan-Bissaka needs to be effective as well in the game. Don't make any mistakes unless they'll capitalise on that mistake. There was a couple of times in the last game where they capitalised on an Everton mistake, also where teams have given away a penalty as well, and we cannot afford to make any mistakes in this game as well. We've got to be explosive on the break, and we know we can do that with the players that we've got out wide as well. Villa could give us freedom though as well, because they've got a habit of giving the opposition time and space on the ball as well. We've got to close them down and don't give them any time and space on the ball. We've got to stretch them out as well. Play with a higher line, keep it tight at the back and defend properly as well. Shaw and Wan-Bissaka need to stop the crosses coming in. Play with high intensity, high tempo and intent in our play. Play with energy and purpose. And we've got to be aggressive and we've got to be ruthless against Villa. And they'll come with a game plan. They'll prepare well for this game. If they lose their midweek game, we've just got to make sure we have that confidence going into that game against Villa. They will give us a game. It'll be their FA Cup final. Go into it, prepare well. Mentally, physically, going with the right mindset, the right mentality, and I'm sure we can beat this Villa side at the end of the day. Getting to the goals now. First goal, Fred passed the ball to Bruno. Bruno puts in a fantastic cross into the box and Ronaldo shoots, comes off the keeper and scores a tap in for 1-1. Second goal, Matic passed the ball to Shaw. Shaw passed the ball back to Matic. Matic plays in Lingard. Lingard cuts back inside and scores an absolute screamer for 2-1. Getting into the stats now. Possession for West Ham, it was 39.9%. And for Man United, it was bang on 60.1%. Goals for West Ham, it was 1. For Man United, it was 2. Total shots for West Ham, it was 13. And for Man United, it was 17. Shots on target for West Ham, it was 4. And for Man United, it was 10. Shot accuracy for West Ham, it was 30.8%, and for Man United it was 58.8%. Shots inside the box for West Ham it was 6, and for Man United it was 12. Shots outside the box for West Ham it was 7, and for Man United it was 5. Total passes for West Ham it was 417 passes, and for Man United it was 624 passes. The pass accuracy for West Ham it was 83.5%, and for Man United it was 90.1%. Getting to the substitutions now. Greenwood went off for Sancho. Talk about Mason's performance. A threat on the ball, and United needed to get him on it more. Underused in the second half and made way for Jadon Sancho. Pogba went off for Lingard. Talking about Paul's performance. Started on the left but drifted inside and controlled the midfield when McTominay and Fred struggled. Faded in the second half. Fred went off for Matic. Talking about Fred's performance. Careless with the ball and off the pace for West Ham's breakaways. Fortunate to have lasted as long as he did. Next up we've got Villa. Villa are 10th in the table as well. I think Villa will coming into this game, even if they lose the game in midweek or if they get some sort of confidence midweek, obviously they'll be on a good run of form, they'll have the momentum coming into our game. But if they do lose, they'll be low in confidence. They'll want to bounce back on the weekend, and they'll obviously really want to come into this game and try and bounce back on the weekend and try and make up for what happened midweek as well. It's all about momentum, and I think if we can keep up our good momentum going into the next game, win ours, I think our confidence will be high going into the next game against Villa. I think Villa will come into this game, they'll have a chance to be hopeful of getting a result with their FA Cup final, but we'll make sure we've got to be aggressive, we've got to be ruthless, we've got to play with high intensity, high tempo, we've got to play with a higher line as well, and we get our chances, we must take our chances against Villa as well, and that's the one thing that we've got to do against Villa. And I think their defence can sort of switch off, and they do get a bit lazy and sloppy as well. I think the basics let Villa down as well, and I think we've got to take advantage of that, and we've got to go and expose their defence, go and expose their weaknesses, which is the left side as well, and I think we can really exploit that as well ourselves with the likes of Greenwood on that side or Sancho as well. I think if we have pace on the wings, we can get them on the break, and we've got to be explosive, and I think we can catch these out. We can beat these, definitely for sure. We've got the mentality, and we've got to prepare well for this game. It'll be a physical game as well. They'll give us a game, we've got to go in with the right mindset, the right mentality, and let's go and beat Aston Villa. Villa are scoring 1.6 goals per game. Villa are conceding 1.4 goals per game. Villa have 1-2, drawn 1 and lost 2. They lost to Watford 3-2, and they've lost to Chelsea 3-0. Villa have lost both away games this season, and they've not won on the road yet. So we've got to take advantage of that as well, that they've not won away from home yet as well. It's a thing that they're losing away from home, and just don't give them that confidence as well. The players to look out for is Martinez, Target, Konza, Mings, Young, House, Cash, Louise, McGinn, Buendia, Transiget, Nakamba, El Ghazi, Watkins, Traore, Ings and Bailey. Hope you guys are enjoying another video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe to my channel if you are new. See you guys in a video in the next couple of days, and peace.